Batana oil is taking over social media as the ultimate hair growth miracle. But is everything you've heard actually true? In this video, we'll uncover what Batana oil really is, break down its key ingredients, reveal the true benefits, and expose the biggest myth about whether it can actually regrow hair. Let's dive in and separate fact from fiction when it comes to this trending hair oil. Okay, so let's start with the basics. What even is Batana oil? Is it some kind of magical juice squeezed out of unicorn tears? Sadly, no. But the real story is almost as cool. Batana oil comes from the nuts of the Ojon palm tree, which grows in Central America. And when I say nuts, I mean it's literally hand pressed by the locals. So the stuff is raw. It's as real as it gets. You know, the first time that I heard about Batana oil, it was like, great, another miracle cure that's gonna end up on the cabinet next to my other 27 bottles of disappointments. But when I started digging into its origins, it turns out that indigenous communities have been using this oil for centuries, for hair, skin, you name it. So if this oil had a resume, it probably would say something like, proven by history, TikTok certified. Think of Batana oil as this ancient treasure chest of hair care. It's packed with good stuff like fatty acids, antioxidants, and vitamin E. You know, all the things that your hair wishes you were feeding it while you're microwaving your scalp with a straightener. Now, I know what you're thinking. Okay, so it's old and natural, but what makes it better than all the other oils out there? Great question. You ever buy a natural oil and it smells like the inside of a science lab? Yeah, Batana oil is not that. It's earthy, it's rich, it kind of smells like roasted coffee. If your hair had taste buds, it would be thanking you for this one. But can this all natural, good smelling, nutrient packed oil actually grow your hair back? Or are we all just getting scammed by clever marketing and a couple of shiny filters? Hold that thought. We're getting there. All right, so now that we know where Batana oil comes from and why it's got everyone buzzing, let's break down what's actually inside this bottle of dreams. Because let's be real, fancy packaging and cool backstory can only get you so far. If the ingredients aren't doing the work, then it's just an expensive salad dressing that you're putting on your scalp. Batana oil is loaded with oleic acids, linoleic acids, and antioxidants. So think of these as your hair's personal repair crew, patching up the damage, sealing moisture in, and basically telling split ends to take a hike. And then there's vitamin E, which is absolutely awesome for your hair care. It helps protect your hair follicles from things like free radicals. What are free radicals, you ask? Well, imagine a tiny wrecking ball coming after your hairline. Vitamin E is the security guard that says, honey, not today. You know, I once tried to explain this to my friend who's been using Batana oil religiously. He's like, so it's got all these acids and vitamins, but will it give me my hair back from when I was 20 years old? And I'm like, bro, if Batana oil, okay, I don't talk like that. Bro, if Batana oil could do that, it would be worth more than Bitcoin. Spoiler alert, it will not reverse genetics. But we'll get to that myth-busting part in just a minute. But here's the kicker. Those ingredients, they're not just good for your hair. They're good for your scalp too. If you don't know by now, healthy hair starts with a healthy scalp. You wouldn't plant seeds in bad soil and expect a garden, right? Same deal here. Does this mean that Batana oil is your one-way ticket to a Fabio level mane? Not so fast. Hold on, cowboy. While it can make your hair stronger, shinier, and healthier, there's a big difference between stimulating your hair growth and regrowing hair that's already gone AWOL. Take this guy that I know. He's been using Batana oil for years now. He says that his hair feels thicker, looks shinier, and his barber even asked him what he's been doing differently. But then there's my other buddy who slapped it on his bald spot and woke up disappointed. It's like planting seeds on a concrete sidewalk. It's just not gonna happen. The oil works with what you've got, but it's not out here performing hairline resurrection miracles. Which brings me to this video's sponsor, Wild Stallion's main growth elixir. This is the DHT blocking hair growth oil. This bad boy, not only does it block DHT and helps prevent your hair from falling off to even begin with, it has 40 plus natural ingredients to help your hair stimulate growth. It stimulates blood flow, creates a very healthy scalp environment, and it lays down the perfect setting for your hair to nourish and just thrive. It is absolutely amazing what this small bottle can do. What kind of natural ingredients we got? We got Bring Garage, stinging nettle, peppermint, sesame seed oil, basil, argan, garlic seed oil, almond seed oil, saw palmetto, castor oil. We got so many amazing ingredients in here, it's not even funny. This bottle is so powerful that it helped my mother-in-law regrow the hair loss that she was experiencing on her temples. Her hair was starting to fill out within 2 weeks. Unfortunately for us men, when DHT is more aggressive, it's going to take a little bit more work. I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to be some work, but you dedicate yourself to it. You stay consistent. You keep applying it every night. Leave it in every night while you rest. You will see results. I personally started seeing results within weeks. I saw little baby hairs pop in, and in about 60 days, 2 months, wow, what a difference. It filled in big time. It's still not perfect. I'm still working on it, but it is day and night difference what my hair looks like now and day one. It is huge. Wild Stallion Man is here for you. Click on the link below. Use code NEWYEAR25 at checkout and get yourself 15% off today. You deserve it. You deserve a mane that you can be proud of, and we want to help you do that. Now, back to the Batana oil. Let's talk about what Batana oil can actually do. No fluff, no wild claims, just the real deal. Picture this. Your hair has been through it. Heat damage, bad haircuts, stress, maybe even a breakup or two. Batana oil is like the best friend that shows up with snacks and says, let's fix this. Hey, here's what we know that it can do. First off, hydration. If your hair is dry and brittle, Batana oil is perfect. If your hair is dry and brittle, Batana oil is like giving it a big drink of water. Think of it as Gatorade for your strands, except, it doesn't taste like lemon lime. It coats your hair shaft, locking in moisture, which makes your hair stronger and less likely to snap off when you're brushing it, or, let's be honest, yanking it during those frustrating, why is my hair not growing moments. Second, it reduces breakage. Those tiny little hairs that stick out of the top of your head, making it look like a frizz monster. Batana oil helps smooth those out. It's like a personal assistant for your hair, making it look polished and put together, even if you're not. But let's be clear. What Batana oil does not do is magically glue broken hairs back together. If your split ends are throwing a house party, no amount of oil is going to kick them out. That's where a good haircut comes in. Sorry to break it to you. Now, some of you might be wondering, okay, hydration is great, but what about thickness? Will this turn my thinning hair into a lion's mane? And the answer is kind of. It won't create new hair out of thin hair. By reducing breakage and strengthening the hair you've already got, it can make your hair look and feel thicker. It's more about maximizing what you've already got than pulling a hair-growing rabbit out of your hat. So my friend started using Batana oil because his hair was breaking faster than a cheap phone charger. A couple of months later, his hair wasn't just stronger, it was shinier, easier to style. He told me, hey bruh, I feel like a shampoo commercial. And yeah, that's how he talks. Honestly, that's what Batana oil does. It helps your hair be the best version of itself. No fake promises, no snake oil, just healthier hair. So what's your verdict so far? If your hair's feeling like dry, damaged, or just kind of sad, Batana oil can be a game changer. But if you're expecting it to grow back that hairline you had in college, let's just say we need to talk in the next section. Stay tuned because we're about to bust the biggest myth about Batana oil that nobody is telling you. All right, here it is. The moment of truth. Drum roll. Can Batana oil actually regrow hair? This is the big question, right? Because if Batana oil could bring back a receding hairline, I'd be bottling it up, selling it like hotcakes. Hairline 2.0. But here's the deal, and I hate to break it to you. Batana oil is not a magical cure for baldness. So let's break it down. Hair loss happens for a lot of reasons. Stress, diet, hormones, genetics. If you got male or female pattern baldness, that's a whole different ballgame. Now, here's where Batana oil does shine. If you're experiencing thinning hair because your strands are weak or breaking off, Batana oil can help strengthen those strands and improve the overall appearance of fullness. It creates a healthy environment for the hair that you've got to thrive. Think of it like fertilizing your lawn. If the grass is already growing, it'll look greener and healthier, but if the soil is bare, you're not going to grow a forest. But what about all those videos you saw on TikTok showing people rubbing Batana oil all over their head and claiming that their hairline magically reappeared? I really hate to break it to you. Most of those results probably have more to do with lighting, different angles, and maybe a little bit of help from some creative editing. Filters, it's like seeing a before and after photo for a workout program where the lighting makes the after shot look like they gained a six-pack overnight. It's not exactly the full story. So let me tell you about my buddy James. He saw one of these viral videos and thought, this is it. This is my chance to finally stop wearing hats everywhere. So he slathered on Batana oil all over his bald spot for 2 months. Did his scalp look healthier? Yes. Did his hairline come back? Let's just say he's still shopping around for new hats. But his hairline that was there, it looked amazing. So if Batana oil doesn't regrow hair, does that mean that it's a scam? Not exactly. It just means we have to be more realistic. It's a tool, not a miracle. When it comes to hair care, there's no one-size-fits-all solution. If there was, we'd all be walking around with hair like Thor. So, what's the verdict on Batana oil? Is it a miracle in a bottle? Well, no, not really. It's not going to regrow hair that's been lost from genetics, or it's not going to bring your college hairline back from the dead. But what it can do, it is kind of cool. It'll hydrate, strengthen, and protect the hair that you do have, while giving your scalp a much needed boost to keep things healthy. So here's the game plan. If you're thinking about giving Batana oil a try, 1, use it consistently. Miracles do not happen overnight, and neither does your hair health. 2, focus on creating a healthy scalp environment. Pair the oil with good scalp practices. And 3, be realistic. If your hair is more about genetics than damage, you might want to look at other options like DHT blockers or professional treatments. At the end of the day, it's not just about chasing a hairline. It's about taking care of yourself. Investing in your hair is like investing in anything else. It takes time, patience, and consistency. And hey, even if Batana oil doesn't solve all of your hair problems, it's still going to leave your hair looking shinier, feeling healthier, and smelling pretty darn good. So why not give it a shot? Now I want to hear from you. Have you tried Batana oil? Did it work? Did it not work? Did it work wonders, or are you still on the hunt for that holy grail of hair growth? Because you found it. Drop your stories in the comment below. And don't forget to hit that like button if you've learned something new today. Go ahead and subscribe if you want more hair care truth bombs coming your way. Let's unleash your main potential together.